Example 19 says a certain radioactive isotope is present in organic materials and is commonly used for dating historical artifacts. The isotope has a decay rate of 0.000121, and it wants to know what is its half-life, and it says round your answer to the nearest 10. So what we have to look at here is, notice there's no percent sign after the rate. So we assume that this is the rate in decimal form already, right? We don't see the percent symbol. So we want to know what the half-life is. So half-life means the time until only half of what you started remains. So conversely, we could give you a problem where we could say the half-life of a substance is 3,000 years. That means if you plug 3,000 in for time, you're only down to half of the material. So to set this equation up, we'd say, well, we have half of however much we started with equals what we started with, E, and we need to plug in this rate. We don't have to convert it to decimal form because it's already there, and so we get 0.000121 T. So we're solving this for time. So our P naughts are going to cancel. We're going to take the natural log of both sides, and then we're going to divide both sides by 0.000121. So this says round your answer to the nearest 10. So once again, we have to put this exact answer into the calculator all in one go. So we want to make sure we do this correctly. So the natural log, right, of 1/2 divided by 0.000121, and I get 5,728. Okay, so one more thing I see. Notice I got a negative answer. That's because this was a decay rate. So this actually should have been plugged in as a negative number. So if I go back, oops, clear. So if I go back here on my calculator and I adjust that to be negative, we can see now we get a positive time. So the fact that I was getting a negative time was a clue that I didn't type something in the calculator correctly. So it's 5,728 years. And so it's saying round to the nearest 10. So you go to the tens place and we're rounding up. So this is actually going to be 5730. So this is 5728, right? 0.489. I'm just going to give you what the calculator read. And rounding to the nearest 10 meant rounding to that digit. So 5730 years is the half-life. So we don't ask you to round often, but when we do, you got to do it a very specific way, or else you're going to get points off because you can't do intermediary calculations.